Here's a video for Footprints in the Snow, which is number 20 in Vamouche Book 1. Now this is essentially very straightforward rhythm. We don't have any quavers, it's just crotchets and minims and then semi-breves. The semi-breves are the ones that look like that, which are basically a big nought or a round circle with no colouring in, and that's worth 4 beats. You also have pizzicato, which we've come across before. So when you finish the piece, you need to reach out that first finger, keep your bow hold really good, just reach out the first finger and pluck your D and your G string over the black bit, over the fingerboard, because if you do it here, you get rosin on your finger, it's just not very comfortable and it doesn't make a good ringing sound. And when you pluck, if you pluck away, sort of away from your violin in a slight diagonal, it'll make it ring really nicely and you can practice making a ringing sound. Alright, so this piece starts, it's all in D major, starts with your third finger on the D string. So why don't you just find that third finger, make sure you're really in tune, make sure you've got a great hand position here. You might be needing to remind yourself, look, if I do a smiley face on my hand, that smiley face needs to be looking at you so that you've always got a really nice hand shape. Never hide away your little finger or the fingers that you're not using. Have them all ready. Elbow nice and underneath the violin. It's got to be flexible, never tucked in. And on the D string, we're just going to walk our fingers down. So now, in the gap, in the rest, and that funny little blob under the second line at the top of the stave is called a rest, and that's worth 4 beats. What I'd done was a retake in that rest, so give yourself a chance to get back to the heel for the next bit. The next line, the third line, is exactly the same as the first line. The fourth line, instead of the second line, is different. It goes up by step. So let's play the fourth line. I'm starting with an E on the D string, so that's first finger on the D. Big retake, and the same again. Good. So when you do the pizzicato, just a little tip, make sure you land before you pluck, because it's really hard. You have to kind of work out where you're going before doing the pluck. If you just aim and fire, you might miss, and that won't make it sound as good. So have a look for patterns in the piece. Have a look at lines that are the same. Check if you're going up or down. Check if you're on the D or the A string. And enjoy the using as long bows as possible. So really try and concentrate on making a beautiful sound. Don't ever compromise on making a good sound. You want to be able to listen and want to make as nice a sound as possible. Now generally, if you aim for the middle between your bridge and there, if you have a lovely relaxed right hand and a gentle left hand, you're aiming for a really ringing tone on your instrument. Don't rush it. Do it slower. Then when you feel like you can really make a lovely sound, then try it with the backing track. It's always worth listening to the backing track before you practice, so you can listen to it. The only problem is with these backing tracks, there is no violin over the top, so you have to kind of imagine that part. So that might be less useful. Okay, have fun.